Hey friend, welcome back to the channel, our cozy corner for digital planning and zero-based budgeting. So as you may have seen in today's title, we're going to be setting up my 2026 financial planner. So if you're interested in seeing how it came out, be sure to continue watching. I almost forgot. If you are new here, welcome to my channel. I'm Gina Marie, and I'm obsessed with all things digital planning. So hopefully if you like what you see in today's video, you'll consider subscribing to my channel because I would love to have you on this side of planning. First, I have to honestly say, I'm like super excited to be recording this video today because I'm going to be setting up my 2026 money plan in the newly updated finance master plan digital planner that I created because I wanted to change lives starting with mine. So let's get into my money plan for 2026. So for my money plan, I'm going to be setting my financial goals. I'm going to be choosing some sinking funds and savings challenges, as well as I'm going to do my investment planning. And I want to make sure that I write in my 2026 starting debt amount because I didn't do it last year. So I want to make sure that it gets done this year. So don't let me forget, y'all. With my money planning routine, I'm pretty much just following the budgeting routine that has been added inside of this version of the planner under the money planning section. This is new this year. I thought it would be helpful as a guide on the tasks that are within a basic budgeting routine for those who maybe have no idea on where to start when they sit down and do their budgeting or where to start when creating a budgeting routine. So this is hopefully going to be a useful guide for you. I have to point this out. How cute is this new color theme? This is the blush theme. Altogether, I did 5 themes. And when I say themes, I'm pertaining to the planner tabs and the covers and a few pages sprinkled throughout the planner with the theme color. You'll get all 5 colors when you purchase, so you can choose what theme matches your style and personality and customize it with the variety of the planner covers included. So whatever works for you, do you, boo. Y'all ready? Let's go. I'm going to start with my financial goals. Okay, so let's go ahead and so my financial goals. I like to set my annual finance goals within these 5 categories of income, savings, investments, debt, because I still have debt, and budgeting. And then I also have a little bingo goal right here as well. I haven't decided on what that's going to be yet. These are what I came up with so far. And how I came up with these goals was by reviewing my 2025 numbers. I did take some time to sit down and go over my income and expenses and all the money that came in and pretty much went out for the year 2025. I'm gonna be honest with you, I wasn't really too thrilled with it. I didn't hit it like I did in 2024. So for one, my income decreased and my expenses went up. So which is freaking crazy to me. So I definitely have to make sure, after reviewing that, the info that I gathered from doing that review and make sure that I take it into 2026. And that's how I set my goals. I need to make sure that I am diligent this upcoming year in 2026, because 2025 was honestly, I could say a lot of people had it rough this year. This just wasn't the year that we thought it was going to be at the beginning of the year. Let me not go on a tangent. So for my income goal, I want to increase this year's income by $15,000. This honestly is a stretch goal, and I want to get this done by the end of the year. So under the goals, I do have sections where you can actually list out some steps to help you achieve the goal. And I am a 12-week planner, so I wrote down my annual goals, but then I'm gonna go over into the quarter and do a little bit more in-depth planning under the quarter section, quarter 1, which are the first 90 days for 2026. So I'm gonna go a little bit more in depth over there, but I did just list out, my goals for overall for the year 2026. So like I said, this is a stretch goal. And then for my savings, I want to add an additional $2,000 to my solution fund, which is another word for my emergency fund. I don't really like the vibe that comes with the word emergency. So I changed mine to solution fund because the money that's in there is going to be a solution to whatever problem arises. So I want to do that by the end of the year, of course. And I listed out, just update my paycheck deposit form to include my high yield savings account. Currently, I transfer money from my main account into my high yield savings account. I have an auto transfer, but I actually want to stop that and do just an auto draft right out from my paycheck. Just have it go directly into my high yield savings account, and I need to increase the amount that I send over there as well if I want to hit this goal. Okay, so, and then for my investments, I want to invest 6.7% of my income, my 2026 income, because my investment percentage went down in 2025. I was not thrilled or impressed with the amount that I invested in 2025. So I definitely need to ramp that up in 2026, being that I am, I'm only going in one direction. And I feel like I have more days behind me than I have in front of me. So I need to make sure that I get my future money in order. Okay, so for debt, I want to reduce my 2026 starting debt amount by 10% or more by the end of the year. So currently I am on a avalanche debt payoff plan that I did create in my Debt OS payoff tracker. So that plan is going really well right now. So I'm gonna continue doing what I'm doing, and just, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. So that is what I'm going to continue doing with that. And then I also have here that my ass better not open up no new accounts at all. So, and then for budget, I want to reduce my annual expenses to 30% or lower, because for when you do like your cash flow, 50% should be like your fixed bills. And then you have 30% which should be like your expenses, discretionary spending and stuff like that. And then if you have debt, you should do 10% towards your debt, and then 10% toward both investments and savings. So my expenses was above the 30%, which is, I didn't like that at all. My bills was actually a little lower than the 50, but my expenses was higher. So I didn't like the way that category was looking. I did a lot of reckless spending in 2025. So I have to tighten that ship up, like for real. So I do want to make sure that in 2026 that I maintain my expenses within that 30% wedge of the pie. I do not want to go over 30%, because then that just goes, that's taking from my savings and investments, because I still do have debt. So I have to make sure that I allocate to debt. So one of the other categories are going to get cut, either, lowering my debt or increasing my savings or retirement, my savings or investments contributions. So I don't want it to have to come from one of those buckets to go into me freaking splurging or having a high discretionary spending for the year. I'm not sure what I want my bingo goal to be so far, but if you guys have any ideas or any recommendations on what my bingo goal should be for 2026, go ahead and leave it in the comments, because I'm like really dumbfounded right now. My brain is like frazzled by, the holidays. Help a girl out. Go ahead and leave in the comments what you think my bingo goal should be for the year of 2026. Actually, let's turn this into a game. Whoever actually comments and leaves me a good one that I like, I'm gonna go ahead and select that one. And whoever you are, girl, I'm gonna thank you just by sending you a free version of the updated finance master plan if you're a digital planner. Unfortunately, I don't have physical copies. If you are a digital planner, baby girl, I'll send you a copy. So yes, let's turn this into a little like a giveaway or a challenge or whatever. So yes, leave in the comments a recommendation for what my bingo goals should be. If I like it and I select it, I'll go ahead and send you a free copy of Finance Master Plan, Digital Planner. Okay, so I want to take some time and go over to my quarter goals. I want to take those goals into quarter and just break them down a little bit more. So for quarter one, what I'm focusing on, being that my income went down in 2025, I want to spend the first 30 days trying to increase my income by either finding another job or, creating another income stream, something. I need to do something. These two are what I'm going to focus on for the first 90 days, increasing my income and then saving an extra 1K into the solution fund. And I don't want any tangible reward, because, in this section right here, you can put you can reward yourself. And I think we should, when we work hard and we achieve the goals that we set out to achieve, we should. But for me, I think I did a lot of spending in 2025. I rewarded myself when I probably didn't need to already. So my reward is going to be a peace of mind, honestly. So then I just went ahead and listed out some action steps that I plan on taking for the 3 months. We have boxes here for, January, February, and March. And I also did put, why do I want to achieve this financial goal? Because I want to increase my income so I can hit my money goals and enjoy living life without penny pinching or stressing over every dollar spent. Yeah, so these are some steps that I plan on taking. As you see, I do have a nice little list, something to start with in January. I need to go ahead and see how by the first couple of weeks of this month, I'll come in and fill in February to see what I need to follow up with or the progress that I have here. And then I can follow up and move on to February and March. But in March, I am due for my annual review at my job, at one of my part-time jobs. So I am going to definitely try to negotiate a pay increase. And that, falls falls under me increasing my income. And of course I did a little shaking the table. Okay, and of course I had to throw in a few little digital stickers, so just to give the page a little bit of personality and a vibe. All right, so next I want to go to my year finance overview page, and let's see here, and that is under the my finances finance overview. So I just wanted to make sure that I filled in the starting amount for the year. So my starting savings balance is, you guys know I'm left-handed, so I gotta, all right, oh, my starting balance is, okay, so this is the starting for the savings balance, and then we're gonna go ahead and I'm just gonna duplicate this. I'm not sure, I have to calculate, honestly, my starting net worth, because I have to go ahead and tally up what my investments, like my retirement investments, count amounts are and stuff, so I'm not sure what my starting net worth, of course it's gonna be negative, this shit gonna be red, might as well just throw that in there right now. Yeah, it's gonna be in a negative because I still have a shitload of debt. So let's go ahead and I want, like I told y'all, don't let me forget to add my starting debt amount. So let's go ahead and edit this one. So this is, and I'm reading off of a sticky over here, ladies, if you're wondering. So that is 32,827. My starting debt amount for the year of 2026. And then on this page, as the year goes in, I'll just come in and, fill in my income sources, my expenses, just for like my major categories. Like it'll be the fixed bills, the discretionary. There's a section already for savings and there's a section already for debt. So whatever my highest categories were, and for 2025, my highest category was household. Don't goddamn know why. And I think coffee and Red Bull wasn't too far behind. So yeah, so I just want to keep an eye and have a section for like my highest categories in my expenses, just so I can track them. And then of course you put in the amount for each month, and then there's a spot at the bottom to tally. The next section that I want to cover is going to be, let's go to the index page because I pretty much highlighted each section that I wanted to cover. Okay, so yes, I wanted to go over make sure that I already, just for sake of time, I filled these in already, my investment account information. So these are the brokerage accounts that I have, and I just wanted to put for here, this is my Roth. I put in a note. For those who don't know, for 2026, they did increase the max contribution to your Roth IRA to $7,500. It went from $7,000 to $7,500. And then this is the his and hers, me and my husband. And so this information that I have to transfer it from my 2025 planner into this one. And that's why I didn't name just like really a budget planner. It's more of like to me, like a finance planner, because it has so much more stuff in there to help you organize your finances versus just doing a monthly or paycheck budget. There's like, you have pages to help you organize your finances and manage certain accounts and stuff like that. And this button right here is basically going to take me to my tracker, my investment tracker. So this is for my Roth, and you can definitely duplicate these pages to create as many pages as you need for how many, accounts that you have with different brokerages. So this is for my Roth. So I need to create, I need to duplicate one for the his and hers, but this is for my Roth, and this is my contribution goal that I want to contribute for the year of 2026. Because like I said, I did not do as much as I probably should have in 2025. I know I can't max it out this year because depending on, hopefully I can definitely increase. If I increase my income, definitely I will do my best to try to max it out. But I just split it in half to see, hopefully if I can do this, then maybe for 2027, I can push myself a little bit harder and definitely max it out for that year. So with the current balance that it's at now, and if I succeed in contributing this $3,750, it'll be, at a target value without any, appreciation or anything like that at $8,500. As we know, per history, the stock market has like a history of growing 8 to 10% on the year. So this is just what a target value would be without any of the growth. The investment goal, I would really like to get my Roth to 10K. That is my goal. I don't know if I can do that in 2026. It would be a stretch and a blessing from God, but I'm still kind of hesitant to put that number in here because like I said, I know it's a stretch, but I would like to see it at 10K. So maybe I'll just do maybe like 9K, because 9,000, if I do the math on the growth, on the potential growth for the year, because these are my 4 ETFs that I hold inside of this Roth. I need to go in, and I already have these. So I'm going to make a page ending in 2025, and then I'm going to have a page for starting in 2026 and how many of each asset I buy in 2026 and the current value, and just keep tracking. So I need to do my end of year amounts for these assets, and then I'll start a new page for the beginning of 2026 and track how many, I buy and how much I contribute to this account. And these are the only ones, and I'm going to keep this account very small. I don't want too many different different stocks or ETFs in this account. I have my growth ETF, my foundational ETF, and then I also have like my dividends. So I think that's all that I need right now, and it's been doing really well in a short period of time. So if it's like I said earlier, if it's not broke, I'm not gonna fix it or try to fix it. So I'm gonna leave this at that. And also too, with SCHD, because I did recently rebalance my Roth. I had sold off a lot of stuff that was just random, and I had to sprinkle everything in there, and it wasn't making it any easier for me to like build up the share quantities. So that's why I consolidated. So now I want to be able to buy, build up these share quantities. I think I want to do SCHD as I am going to be doing the 100 shares challenge for one of these, and I think it's going to be SCHD, either SCHD or JEPI. These two are both dividends ETFs, so whichever one, I'm gonna make sure that I do the 100 shares challenge and try to build up 100 shares. I don't know if it'll be in the year. I'm not gonna make it like within 2026, but I'm just gonna do overall 100 shares challenge and try to build up 100 shares and then move on to the next one and do the challenge for whichever next one that I feel like doing. And there's also a dividend tracker too. So for these two, which is SCHD and JEPI, I could definitely bring these over to and start tracking my dividends, my return on my dividends and stuff like that. So I did add a dividend tracker as well. And this is my debt overview page. And I just went ahead for the sake of time and I added all of my creditors in here as well. What do we say? My starting amount for the year was 32,827. Okay, so 32,827. That's my starting debt amount for the year of 2026. Okay, so I have in all my information, like I need to come in and fill in the interest rates. That's what I need to do. And on this page too, you'll notice that each one of these sections for a creditor is linked to a debt payoff tracker. So if you click the go button, it'll take you, let me go to this. If you click the go button, it'll take you to that tracker page. So then that section will be connected to this debt snowball tracker. So you can go ahead and manage and, track your debt payoff progress. So I will do this off of camera, come in. I just wanted to make sure that I got the overview page filled in, but I'll come in afterwards and fill in each page, or maybe I'll just do one. And then you got the back button right there. So what I'll do is I'll just copy all this information right here, copy, go to go. So it's going to take me to that page, and then I'll paste, baby. Okay, paste. So the creditor is this, and then the account number I'll fill in later. The balance, this is the end of year balance. This is my balance as of December. Due date the 16th. Delete. Okay, minimum payment $250, and interest rate, gotta get that. And my goal for the payoff date for this was on my debt OS payoff tracker, so I have to fill this in as well too, because I do have a goal date for this to be paid off. I don't think it's this year. I think it's the beginning of next year. So okay, so that's easy peasy. Just copy and paste what you put in on the debt overview page and just paste it over into the debt snowball tracker. I don't like mine's too big, so let me not go too big. And then of course I already have percentages over here as you pay off your debt. Just make sure you have your visual payoff progress right over here. So now let's go back to index page. What's the next section? So we went over we did my debt overview and my debt payment trackers. I'm going to do this off camera. And then, okay, definitely I want to set up my sinking funds. So for my first sinking funds, I do know that me and my husband, we still do need to confirm if these are going to be our first few sinking funds for the year. But we want to do Disney for my son because we want to take him to Disney for his birthday, either Christmas 2026 or his birthday 2027, which is in January. We want to start as early as possible. This is going to be, and I'm going to be taking my son and my daughter because I never took my daughter when she was little. So she said I owe her. She's 26. I guess, you know what? When she said that, I was like, girl, you ain't lying. I do owe you. So I'll take my son and my daughter. Disney vacation, and there's 2 on each page. There's 4 altogether, but if you're a digital planner, you already know, baby girl, you can duplicate these pages and make as many as you'd like. The only thing is you'd only have the shortcuts on the index page and the section divider page right here to the first 2. So to the first 4, sorry, not the first 2, to the first 4. So I still need to get some pricing on the packages and stuff like that. So I'm gonna leave that part out, but I just know that we want one of our sinking funds to be family Disney vacation. And then I also want to do some veneers. So I'm going to be doing a sinking fund for this. This is something that I always wanted to do, and I'm gonna get it done just for me, myself, and just like my confidence and stuff. So I want to get these done. So, and I still need to price these as well too. I have a consultation coming up, I believe. So, or did I set it? Yeah, I think I did. So I would have to wait till that is done, but I want to at least start getting some money in that envelope so I can start saving for it and I can make it do what it do. And the due date for that'll probably be maybe towards the end of or mid of 2026. So let's just say like June 2026 is when I would at least like to hopefully be starting or going into getting this going in to get this done and stuff like that. Okay, so the next we need to start a dryer fund because our dryer finna die. I think our dryer is dead. We just pushing it. We just keep reviving it from the damn dead. So our dryer, we need a dryer fund because we need a new dryer. We got a newer washing machine. So I want to get the matching pair. I want to get the matching dryer to the washing machine. We got like a smart washing machine and it's the bomb. I really like it because it's connected to Alexa. So I want to get the dryer to match it. Okay, and then number 4 for me, I want us to do a let's get ahead, and so we could be like a month ahead on all of our bills. And that's gonna be and I just call it let's get ahead, and that's gonna be it. I think that's enough to start with, and then we see how everything goes for us. All right. And, like I said, this needs to get done sooner than later, honestly, because I can't go without a dryer. Like, I can't do the laundromat. We're going to have to take it back to the 90s and get a clothesline. So let's see. And then let's get ahead. This I want to, because especially for our car insurance too, I want to get this to like 12 to pay off like the first 6 months of the car insurance. Not the first 6 months, but pay it off in full for like 6 months at a time. So let's say somewhere like 12, because we got 2 vehicles. I think it's like 12 or 11 for our 6-month policy. So let's see. I'll just put that as an average or an estimate, not an average, but an estimate. And I can always change that once we get a quote from our carrier. Okay, so that's sinking funds. So that's it for the sinking funds. That should be enough. And then the saving challenges that I want to do is going to be, like I said, I want to do the 100 shares challenge. So this is probably more than likely going to be for SEHD. And I am going to do a section. I sectioned off a section here for my savings challenges. So I'm just going to throw them all behind here. Save money and money will save you. This is one of the dividers that comes with the planner. So I'm just going to throw them all behind, move them behind this section. So I want to do 100 shares because I think that would be beneficial and really help me grow my retirement account. And then I also want to I'm going to do a 52 weeks a 52-week savings challenge. I didn't do it in 2025. We did it in 2024. Me, my husband, and my son each had one. And I think it did us really well. Like, it came in handy. That's something that I used to help fund my Roth in 2024. So I want to definitely take part in the savings challenge again. So hopefully, God willing, the funds can be there so we can partake and do this again, because it was really fun too. Like, it was nice. Everybody getting in, giving their money, putting it in an envelope to make sure that we saved what we put in there for the week that we needed to. So I'm going to be doing the 100 shares challenge. So I'm just going to go ahead and highlight this. Okay, so I'm going to be doing the 52-week savings challenge, and then I said the also definitely the no spend. I want to do this at least once each quarter, and so I'm going to be doing the no spend once a quarter, no spend month once a quarter. I'm going to do the 52-week savings challenge. And then I said the 100 shares. The 100 shares. So definitely be doing this one with probably SEHD or JEPI. And then I'm debating if I want to do the 3K. I know I would really, really like if me and my husband can do the 100 envelope challenge. This will be really great for us for our emergency fund together, because I have mine and he has his. But for us to build one together would be really, 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 really great. So I'm gonna talk to him about it and see how he feels, see if we can swing it. But other than that, I'm thinking, because my goal was to add $2,000 to my emergency fund, but I don't know if I could do 3. So I may just create a $2,000 challenge and just stick it in there and just do that. But I do like this because I love coloring the boxes. It's very therapeutic, and it's motivating. It makes me want to make sure that I put my money in there so I can color in my box. So I may just create a $2,000 another one since that is my goal for 2026. I'm not sure. So, but if anything, I could just maybe get up to 2K. But I want to fill in the whole page because I did do the $1,000 one in 2025. I completed this and I felt really, really good when I finished it. It was such a good feeling. So I want to make sure, to see every, box colored in. So I would like to see every box colored in on this one as well. Or maybe I could just start it, get to my 2K and just keep going. It won't be getting done like 3K, the 3,000 in 2026 is going to go into 2027. But maybe I'll just do my 2K and make sure I get to that by the end of 2026 and just keep going and carrying it over into 2027. So maybe that's what I'll do because I really do like this. I want to see this page filled in. Like, yeah, this will be fire. So, okay, so those are the savings challenges right there. So we did the sinking funds and the savings challenges. And yeah, I think I really do want to do this. So let's see, do we have anything else? Okay, so that is pretty much it for my finance master plan. That is going to be my money master plan for the year 2026. Still have to come in and fill in my January budget as well as my goals and all the good stuff for January. I will do that in a separate video, so make sure you stay tuned for that video if you want to see how I do the budget for the month of January, those pages, how and everything flows, and how it is to do a paycheck budget and a monthly budget in this planner. Okay, so thank you so much for watching this video. I hope the remainder of your holiday season is filled with much love and laughter. Don't forget, we have that little giveaway going, so whoever can give me a recommendation for my bingo finance goal, go ahead and drop it in the comments below. Select the winner and you will get a copy of the finance master plan, the updated version, sent to you for free for participating. So once again, thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to give it a thumbs up, like, subscribe, or comment, whichever one. So as always, ladies, remember to plan better, budget smarter digitally. Bye.